Hey guys, I got a new pickup for you. These are the Space Jams, the new AAAs. Some sites are calling it the new 1-to-1s. And I got these guys from xsneaker.com. They came in 5 business days. Um, you know, they've been a lot. They keep coming out with tons and tons of new versions of these, AAA Jordan 11s. They just keep releasing them. I think these may be the very best to release so far. With exception to maybe the perfects. Now I want to call these the perfect versions, but the material is a little bit of a lesser quality. So, the perfects, you get a better quality sneaker, but this one doesn't have any flaws. So it's not like there's anything different between the perfects and these, other than the fact that the cushioning isn't as good or the leather isn't as thick. Yeah. So before I get into this bad boy, let me just show you guys the new boxes that they're sending out. And this is pretty cool if we're talking about the breads, because the breads come in this type of boxing. They actually got the labeling on this thing right too. Got that. You got your premium crafted performance, inspired by the greatest ever. Which is kind of cool. You open it up, and then you got, So it's nice that the box is like the right size, is the right look. Not so much for the Space Jams, but if you got these as for the breads, this would look good if you just stick them with the rest of your sneakers, which is great. I'm not all that, big on boxes, but for people who are, it's nice that you get a box that's the right size and the right look. Okay, now let's get into this review. So you have your translucent sole, which is correct. The patent leather is cut properly, so it's not like further back like the older authentic 11s. These are more consistent with the newer version 11s that have been coming out. So the toe looks good. A lot of people say that this cuts down a little bit too low, but it looks okay to me. I don't know. You guys can let me know what you think, but the side looks, right on. You got your third spacing on the Jumpman sign. Your tongue has the right material. Same thing with the side. Now the tongue isn't as thick as it should be, and the padding isn't as thick as it should be. The leather is a bit flexible also, so just something to keep in mind. But no flaws in terms of positioning or anything like that. Now the sole does come iced out. I don't know what to say about that really, because it shouldn't be icy. It should be just a clear. This is going to get dirty pretty quickly, and that ice is going to fade with time. So something to keep in mind. If you get the Concords, then you're perfect. If you get the breads, then you're also perfect. But if you go with the Space Jams, you might want to rock them a few times before they look absolutely right, because the Space Jams came with just a white, clear colored sole, not iced out. So just something to keep in mind. The Jumpman is reversed. Okay, and I was telling everybody that the 23 on the back is probably the best I've seen. The spacing, like this actual padding piece, is consistent with the authentics. It's not super wide, like the other versions, and the 23 is spaced out correctly. It's probably the best 23 I've ever seen on a pair of reps. Leather here is good. Same thing, material here is good. And then this damn thing. You do have to do the fix on this bad boy. There's tons of videos on it. Just search Space Jam replica carbon fiber fix. There's tons of them. They have been making improvements to the carbon fiber, which is nice. They're not using that glass plate anymore. And it has a little bit of texture to it as well. It gives like a slight gleam. I don't know if you can. Yeah, you can pick it up a little bit. So if you get the breads on these, you're kind of good to go. They have like a fix that involves some like nail polish, some clear nail polish, and it makes it look pretty amazing. And with this like kind of texture already built in there, is a pretty quick fix. But for the Space Jams, you want this to be all black. Again, there's tons of fixes on it. It takes about maybe 5 minutes to do. All in all, guys, I think this is probably the way to go instead of going with the perfects. You can let me know. The perfects are going to run you about $100. These are going to run you about 55 to 60. Now with the Space Jams, it'd probably be best to go with the Perfects, because then you get the right color sole and you get a better material. But when we're talking about the breads, you know, the breads, I really do think for the money, you're probably better off with the AAAs, because you're spending probably about $40 less on them. They come with no flaws. The 23 on the back is better than the others, and the carbon fiber is better than the others. So guys, you can let me know what you think. You know, just leave a comment. All that other good stuff. Comment, message. You know, maybe start a discussion on if these are worth the money. If you see something that I missed out on, a flaw that I didn't talk about, just let me know. Alright guys, take it easy.